Hey, what's up guys, Soapss here, welcome back to another video. Today we have episode 4 of our Sketchbook Chronicles Remake Tag Team series. Yes, I totally know what this series is called, and we got 6 cards for you guys to compare and show you the differences between the originals and the remakes. So, if you guys don't know about the series, this series is going to encompass the whole entire 50 card set of Sketchbook Chronicles Tag Team. Right now we're on episode 4, which starts with card number 20, and we're going to make our way all the way up to 50. So let's start off with Totally Not a Robot. I really like this card. This is one of our favorites out of our set of favorites, because Sketchbook Chronicles Tag Team is supposed to be a game of me and Danny's favorite cards. So this is our favorite of the favorites, I guess. I just like how this looked, and it's just very simplistic design, but it works. So he's totally not a robot. So I took this and I just overhauled the crap out of it, added a background, added some color, added some shiny hair, and I just liked looking at this card. I think I did a very nice job. I did some reflection on the window. I did my beautiful trademark pink skies, and added some color to Totally Not a Robot. I think it came out really nice, and this is probably one of my favorite cards from the set. Next up we have an unfocused camera, but also a beanstalk. So this is one of my favorite cards. I don't know why I like this card. This is from Sketchbook Chronicles Beta, and it's just so simple. It's freaking some lines with some upside down fists and some weird squiggles hanging off of it. I don't know why I like this card, but it wasn't even very good in Sketchbook Chronicles Beta. But I always had it in my deck. I had this really weird obsession over it, so I remade it into the big bad beanstalk right here. I kept the idea that you wouldn't be able to see the whole thing because it's just so huge. I actually made the fists look somewhat anatomically correct. Oh my god, am I gonna have to say this in every single episode? Anatomically. Okay, yeah, you get the point. I had a bird that's very surprised at this gigantic beanstalk, and I think I did pretty good with the shading. Obviously it doesn't look completely three-dimensional, but I think it does give it a little bit more color and depth. So there's Beanstalk. Next up we got another one of my weird favorites, Omega Supply Man. Not a very detailed card at all. Kind of done very poorly, but I have a weird obsession over this card as well. Definitely has a spot in my heart for some reason. So I took this and I overhauled it again, and we have Omega Supply Man. So I brought him a little bit closer to the camera, gave him a little bit more action lineage going on with his body. Made the scissors actually look like scissors and not the beak of an animal. And I enlarged his stapler to actually be able to staple things. So I kept the high quality, high accuracy shredder. Yeah. Take 2. I kept the high accurate shredder on his head. Looks just like a shredder if you've ever seen one. Didn't mess with that because I think that's pretty trademarked. I added a Omega Supply Man on there, and then after I wrote it, I realized that Omega is not 2 words. It's very much 1 word. So it should have just been OSM, but just for the lulz, it's OMSM. And yeah, so I made the fax machine a little bit bigger because it looks really weird when it's that small. But there you go. There's Omega Supply Man. I think this card came out really nice. I kind of wish I would have done a different color for the background because it does blend in with the text box, but that's all right. Next up, we got what I think is going to be a fan favorite because everyone loved the potatoes from the last 2 episodes. Potato Pilot. This completely makes sense in the laws of physics. We got a gigantic potato in this little tiny plane that has a wing that looks a lot more like a tail fin than an actual wing, and some weird, I don't know, maybe it lands like this and that's how it lands on the ground. Definitely doesn't look like it would be at the end of a plane, but the propellers actually look not that bad. If you just do this, then it actually looks like a plane. So here we go, Potato Pilot. I like how this card turned out. I think we're going to take a break from comparing, and I'm going to tell you a story from when this card was made. So during Sketchbook Chronicles beta, I made like 20 cards when the game started. Danny made like pretty much the same amount. We had made the same amount of cards. And then I got bored of the game. I wasn't liking how my cards were turning out, and I wasn't proud of them. So I just stopped making the game. And then I just stopped thinking about the game. And then Danny went crazy and made like 50 cards when I wasn't paying attention, basically. And some of our favorite cards have come from that. Like, if you look at this is 157. So the way that Sketchbook Chronicles beta worked was that I would make the evens and he would make the odds. So there's not at 156. That's just kind of how the game was flawed, because we thought if we make equal numbers of cards, then once we get up to like 100, I think was our goal, then every other number would be one of our cards. So it would go me, no, it would go him, me type of thing. So this is one of the cards that came out of Danny's creativity burst. And yeah, so this is Potato Pilot. I like this quite a bit, and I decided to remake it. And this is what I did with it. So I downsized on the potato. I wish I could have kept him 1,000,000 feet tall, but I don't think that would really work with the card. Let's get a close up here. Or we can just blur the camera, that works too. So here he is in all of his glory. I made the plane look a little bit better, a little bit more correct to the real world. Threw up a trademark pink sky with some cotton candy clouds. I can really speak today. And that's your Potato Pilot. So hit me up with a Potato Pilot in the comments if you like some potatoes. Next up we got Fur Ninja, another one of my favorites, but this one is from Sketchbook Chronicles. And it's just so simplistic. I think this is based off of Ninjago, one of me and Danny's favorite childhood shows. But yeah, it's like a pill with some, I don't know, triangles coming off of its head. Well, I just totally missed that card. It's a pill with some triangles and some fire and a very floppy noodle sword. It's a great card. So I kept it almost exactly, just updated the volcano a little bit, and I made Fur Ninja. So pretty much the exact same thing, and that's how I like it, because it's just so simplistic. Why would you change it? There's Fur Ninja. Next up, we have Reen the Dealer, and this is one of the cards that I originally made, which is kind of funny because 90% of them were Danny made, but I just have an appreciation for Danny's cards. With Reen the Dealer, this is the infamous Reen. You might see him around in the comments, but here he is. He's selling you some Pokeballs and some potions. This is from Sketchbook Chronicles Legacy, and I just like this card, how it turned out. And this was one of the first cards that I made in Sketchbook Chronicles Legacy. So I updated this, and I can say that I made it worse. Was it possible? I didn't know until it happened. So just an absolutely beautiful card. His face just got 10 times more oblivious, 10 times more out of focus. So there's the side-by-side comparison. Maybe I just need to color in his hair darker. I don't know, but it just looks quite off to me. And I got rid of the weird alley right there because I don't think I did a very good job with it. I just kept it more simple. But there's Reen the Dealer. Got mixed feelings about this remake, but I do still love the original card. And finally, for the last card today, we have Furman. So he's got some fur, he's on fur, and he is the Furman. He hearts fur. So this is original from Sketchbook Chronicles Legacy. Beautiful looking card. He's quite angry because he is on fur. And I took this card and I remade it, and this just has so much red going on. These were two different shades of red, but it didn't really pick it up on the copier. Hopefully it will when I go to the Game Crafter. But no spoilers. So he hearts fur. I changed his expression quite a bit. He's very intensely screaming because he loves the pain. He's Furman. So that is all the cards for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in another video.